What is going on, everybody? It's Ryan and welcome back to another video. Today's a vlog, and this is weird because I missed like 3 days worth of videos. There's an explanation though, but I have too much stuff to do before we get going with that, so let's jump into the action real quick here. Okay, so first thing, I had a shoot earlier today and I just got back like a couple hours ago, so I need to unpack everything, camera bag and then all the grip and lighting bags and stuff, and get all this lights and tripod set back up. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about all the camera equipment that I use, and not just like what camera, but like the really small details down to like what light stand is that. In some of my more recent videos, I actually created sort of like a cool little gear list on this website called Kit. That's right down in the description. So I have like 90% of all my current like camera equipment that I use on a regular basis down there. So if you guys want to check that out, go check it out. In this bag here, this is like what I would call my grip and lighting bag. Is kind of just the basic things that I'm going to take on an average video shoot. So we have reflectors and scrims, basic tripod. It's not my video tripod, but this is the one that I use like in here all the time. Smaller tripod just in case. Multiple light stands, umbrella, and then just some basic grip clamps and stuff like that. Normally I would also have things like sandbags and probably more reflectors and different light stands if the situation needed for it, but usually this is kind of just like a general amount of gear that I'll take on like a normal shoot. Okay, and then I do also have this guy that I don't use enough and I need to start using more. For one, my camera slider, which I love this thing. I, again, do not use this thing enough. But for two, video tripod that I bought that is massively overkill for my camera. But, I mean, it still looks freaking cool and kicks ass and I need to use it more. See, okay. I'm usually like a really organized person, but when it comes to storing like my camera, photo, video gear, I'm horrible at it. This closet, perfect example. Yeah, okay, see what I mean? I just kind of stuff everything in there and at least it doesn't go anywhere. I can always find it. All right, so the next step, and probably the most important step out of this entire situation, is grabbing the memory cards and importing them to, wait a minute, what's this? So if you guys remember back to like maybe a couple weeks ago in one of my vlogs, I like cleaned my old PC out and talked a little about all the stuff, all the parts that are inside of it, and how it was a great computer, but it definitely needed a refresh, needed to be updated with some of the more modern hardware. In the month of April, I was lucky enough to have a really, really good month in terms of my freelance work, and I also brought on a more long-term client that I'm going to be doing some video editing for. So in that case, I really wanted to have like the absolute, most efficient, fast workstation when I'm doing my video editing, not only for myself, but for client work as well, because, the more time I can cut down on video editing and waiting for rendering and stuff, effectively, the more money I'll be making. So though it definitely is like a really big investment to rebuild like an editing PC and put all new parts and stuff into it, definitely worth it if this is what you're doing to make your living. I will have a full parts list down in the description for everything that is inside of this computer. And I actually also recently added in this guy, which is like a big external hard drive bay that I can put more hard drives into. That's like my big backup and has like a ton of storage. I think there's like 12 terabytes in there right now. But I'll have the list to all this equipment down here, as well as all this stuff like my mouse, keyboard, monitors. So if you guys want to go check that out, definitely check the link down in the description. It's done on a website called Kit, which allows you to create kits of gear to show people, and immediately it gives like links for you guys to click on Amazon, which is really, really nice. So
was the knight in shining armor in your movie? would put your lips on mine.
Alright, so I gotta get redemption for that pre-workout that happened last time. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you kind of fucked it up.
It went up my nose. It went up my nose. So like, I took that shot of pre-workout and it went up my nose and just game over. So I gotta get some redemption.
Yeah. All right. Then you need to.
I don't need a full scoop.
I don't need.
No. Game time.
There you go. There you go. Now you do the rest of it. Yep. Yeah, buddy.
Let's go. So, before I get into my workout here, I wanted to explain to you guys why I haven't uploaded videos since like last Tuesday, I think. I think my last video was Tutorial Tuesday. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, there is a good reason why I haven't been able to. There's something I've been dealing with now for the last 6 to 8 months roughly that I haven't really made public. I've complained about having lower back pain for a while now, but until fairly recently I had no idea what it was. My chiropractor sent me in for an MRI and it turns out that I have something called lower lumbar spinal stenosis. Now, I'm not gonna go too detailed into the actual scientific anatomy, reasoning why this is happening, but basically in the middle of your spinal canal, there is a nerve that runs all the way through it and branches out into your legs, and they're called your sciatic nerves. Near the lower part of my spine, I'm having some narrowing of my spinal canal, which is causing pressure against that nerve, and that's what's causing a bunch of pain. Now, I deal with this on a fairly regular basis, but some days it'll kind of flare up and get really bad for, you know, anywhere from 2 to 4, sometimes even a week. It sucks really bad. It basically makes it to where I can't sit for extended periods of time, so I can't really get any work done on the computer. Driving especially is really, really horrible, so I kind of just have to lay in bed and wait till it passes by. So that's why I've been inactive for the past like 5 days now. Hopefully you guys can understand. I'll probably talk about this more in another video in the future, but let's get a workout in.
To you.
Alright, so we're back at home now. I've been editing right now, but there is something I want to talk about to you guys real quick. A bit of a rant, but I am an advocate of healthy eating, and I think one thing a lot of people overlook when it comes to eating healthy is actually the things you drink. A lot of times people will overlook the fact that, you know, a Starbucks coffee, some double frappuccino bullshit, has like 500 calories in it. I always try and drink either low calorie or no calorie drinks, if not just water. I'm really picky when it comes to this, but I've recently started drinking this hint water, which I've never heard of them until recently. It's more or less just flavor infused water. Now the great thing about this stuff is, for one, it's 0 calories, but it also doesn't have that nasty artificial flavoring that is honestly really terrible for you. This company got in contact with me via Twitter. They slid in the DMs and sent me over a ton of their water. I've already drank a full case, and I'm definitely gonna have to pick more of this stuff up because it tastes amazing, and there's no sweeteners and shit like that in it, which is amazing. The apple flavor, by the way, if you guys decide to try this, is like incredible. That's my personal favorite. Yeah. I really do hope you guys can understand when I say that I needed to take a break from videos, because YouTube's important, but my health is a bit more important, and unfortunately this is something I kind of have to deal with on a daily basis, and some days it gets really bad, and it gets bad for a while, so I gotta take care of my health, guys. With that being said, I'm gonna go and end the video here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow, because tomorrow is Tutorial Tuesday.
She wanna fuck with me. 2 zips, it's lit. Bang, roll, can't fit, squat, shit.